Alright. Where the hell's my other windows? Howdy, howdy. This kind of reminds me back when I played that Girls Frontline fangame sim. I thought the Girls Frontline game was actually pretty good, so I'm hoping this one turns out to be pretty nice as well. This one actually has 4 routes completed, as far as I know, so I'm excited to like give that a little look. Unfortunately, it looks like beyond the 4 routes, this game looks like it might be on hiatus or possibly abandoned. Based on what I've seen off the development page, it's been like a good year since it was last updated. I tend to usually look at most games who haven't been updated in like a year as either on indefinite hiatus or abandoned. So that's kind of too bad. But then again, we have like over like 50 plus Hololive members. So honestly, to be fair, I couldn't imagine someone trying to update a game like this and make it route for like literally every member. I mean, Hololive looks easy by comparison. You know, all you gotta do is just come up with a few attack patterns for the characters and there you go. You don't even have to worry about balancing issues that much. It's a single player game. Although KU wants to make it balanced, so good on him for that, but you don't really need to balance it that much. But since we're talking about a Dane sim visual novel here though, you're gonna have to like make an entire script and like make a satisfying ending for like each Holo member. Yeah, I can see why no one's really trying to tackle something like this. Also too, Dane sims like this tend to be pretty hard to do on from like a fan dojin perspective, because like everyone's always gonna have like different opinions about how the game should go. It's like, it's easy to make an action game. It's easy to make like any other kind of game that has like no dialogue in it. The moment you put dialogue in said game, it just becomes like 10 times harder. So I'll take what I can get, honestly. This game was made in Ren'Py, and I understand Ren'Py, so I will actually be judging this from that perspective. That's kind of cool. I mean, I haven't worked on Ren'Py in like such a long time, but I still remember a lot about it. I could definitely tell, mostly because of the menu over here. This is definitely some like almost like default aspects right here for Ren'Py. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Most people don't really think about the UIs that much unless like you worked with it. So I'm not gonna like knock off too many points there for like some default aspects. I usually give points for going away from default aspects rather than taking away points for being in default. But then like when you use default though, it doesn't help your case either. So another thing too is that like what's nice too about this game, and like I definitely had my fair share of like fan-made visual novels, is that this one also seems to be drawn with like its own artist, and that's always good. I played my fair share of fan-made visual novel games that like use like official art in them. So they just like grabbed like as many PNGs as they could from like official websites and shit. And that definitely makes them look a lot more amateurish, makes them look a lot more not as good, a lot more dumb. So anytime someone can get their own artist for a game like this, especially for a longish game like a visual novel, I give lots of points. I give lots of points for that. So I have nothing unlocked, obviously. So yeah, this game's got gamers in it, so it's based on what I read from the developers page. It's got Mio, Ibuki, Korone, and Okayu, and that's it. And then there's like a special Coco's thing, which I think Coco's thing was mostly put because of Coco's graduation, I think, because this game came out last year or something. But when Coco graduated, like, a lot of people were making, like, basically, like, goodbye messages to her. So, that's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever used this feature when I was using Ren'Py. Like the AI bot voicing thing. I don't think I ever used it, but it might not have been a feature back when I used it though, because I used it a long ass time ago. But I do notice that like a lot of VNs now, they have that as an option. It must be a default option if they're all having it. Basically, like it's no extra work for whoever's using it. I think I'm good with the defaults. I actually have no idea what this rollback side is. This might also be a thing that wasn't in Ren'Py when I used it. Again, I used it like such a long time ago. So I'll see what that means later on. So yeah, too long didn't read. High school setting. So you know, high school hijinks, and actually that's all I know. I'm not sure if like the player character here, if like he's some kind of like transfer student or something, or if he got his sec hide. I'm gonna assume transfer student, but I guess I'll find out right now though. What is your name? Is that default? I think that's the default. Oh, let me continue. I want to know if it's default or if it's randomized. Oh yeah, that's the default. Because it's not hard to just randomize a name. Like from like a list of like 10 or 12 names or some shit like that. Anyway, I like games like this because I could usually like fit my entire name in here. Regular route and Coco special chapter. So yeah, once again, like everybody started like doing like a Coco like goodbye message when Coco graduated. That's kind of sad because a lot of people go into Hololive now, they don't know who Coco is now. This basically is a regular VN. So it's the main characters are gamers. It looks like it hasn't been updated in a year, so I'm going to assume it's on hiatus and or like abandoned. But still though, pretty nice to have like 4 full routes though. It's more than how the Girls Frontline fan sim is. The Girls Frontline one has like what, like half of Team 4-4 and like a quarter of like anti-rain or some shit like that. Not even half, a quarter. It's got a quarter of Team 4-4 and like a quarter of anti-rain. So the Girls Frontline VN don't even have a finished route. But this game has 5 finished routes. So there's more in this game than in the Girls Frontline one. So I'll take what I can get. Anyway, I don't know if we're a 10 Kosei, but I guess I'll find out. Or maybe not 10 Kosei. Maybe we just grew up in a world that has like demons and dragon girls and cat girls and dog girls, I guess. I guess. Man, imagine living in that kind of world that just has like demon and dragon girls running around. Alright, I had to like lower the volume a bit. Would there be like a rule in shapeshifting? There would have to be a rule in shapeshifting. Imagine if you grew up as a dragon person. It's like Coco's dragon form is huge. So it's like you can't transform when you're inside buildings. Otherwise you might ruin the building or something like that. So yeah. Humans would not be the dominant species. It had to be the dragon people. Dragon people would have to be the dominant species then. Unless humans are like just that OP, like in most fantasy worlds. Actually, that kind of annoys me. When you think about it, logistically, humans should not be the dominant species, like in any fantasy world. But they always are, though. It's usually like because like we're abundant in numbers, or like we're better in magic than like the other species are or something. But then like it's weird though, because in fantasy worlds, they always show that the other species are stronger than us though. Like the dragons are stronger than humans, the dog people are stronger than humans, the elves are stronger than humans. They always show that, and yet for some reason humans are still the dominant species. It's like, why though? So like they use there has to be some sort of like justification for that. Oh, the humans are better at magic or something. I don't know. Or the humans have science. The humans science their way up to the top of the food chain or some shit like that, you know? It's like, I can't even use the excuse that, like, humans breed that well. Humans are terrible breeders, actually. Humans have one kid, like, per generation. It's like, maybe you might get twins or something. Like, compared to, like, most other species, humans are actually very bad at reproducing. We get one fucking kid. Horses, too, right? Don't horses only get, like, one kid? There's a few species out there, like humans, that only have, like, one baby, you know, like, per pregnancy. So, like, we are actually very inefficient breeders. So, yeah, it's just always weird how humans end up being top of the food chain when, like, there's other, you know, fantasy creatures around. So, yeah. Kind of reminds me of Elder Scrolls. Humans are dominant, but, like, in that world, genocide things, like, that makes sense, yeah. Everyone... That's actually a good justification. Everyone, all the other species, they survive for the sake of surviving. And then, like, humans, we just kill shit. Like, there'd be like a cat girl tribe, and the cat girl tribe would be like, "Hello, hairless apes. What brings you to our side of the woods?" And then us hairless apes go, "This my land now." And then, like, we just start killing people. That actually makes sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. I do feel like that eventually, though, that kind of mentality from humans, though, would eventually hit a roadblock, though. Again, like dragon people. Like dragon people, or like, I don't know, like ogre people? Like ogres and dragon people, like, they're just stronger than humans usually. So I feel like that kind of mentality would usually make us hit like a roadblock. So usually it's gotta be science, right? It's gotta be a science thing. Usually, like, in most fantasy worlds, they tend to do a thing about, like, elves, humans, and dwarves being allies or something, because they're all human enough. Dwarves are just really tiny humans, and then, like, elves are just magical humans, when you think about it. And usually dwarves do the whole steampunk. Dwarves are like the whole steampunk thing. Depending on whether or not you want your fantasy world to have electricity or not in it. I tend to, like, not like electricity in my fantasy worlds. I allow steam. I allow steampunk technology, but I don't allow electricity. I basically don't want to be seeing no smartphones in my fantasy world. I will allow the use of magic mirrors to talk to people over long distances, okay? I will allow magic mirrors and telepathy, but I don't want to see no, I don't want to see no, like, 100-mile Ethernet cable from, like, one side of the country to the other side of the country. You know, I don't want to see no internet. Although, I guess when you think about it, if you have a network of magic mirrors, isn't that just magic internet? If you have, like, 100 wizards, right? If you got, like, 100 wizards, and they all have magic mirrors, and they're, like, at different parts of, like, the country, and they all, like, talk to each other daily, that's like internet. That's basically internet, right? They got, like, a very complicated internet phone system that only, like, wizards can use, basically. Actually, now that I think about it, that kind of gets made fun of, actually, in some games I played, where, like, they say that wizards kind of have, like, a phone system or something. Yeah. Dwarves and Elder Scrolls is a mix of steampunk and magic. Magic tech, right? Magic tech is always kind of like skirting the lines too for like modern technology. It's like I'm always afraid of like how far I want to draw the line. It's like they have electricity, and then I groan, and then like the writers are like, "Oh no, it's not modern electricity, it's magic electricity," and I like groan some more. I'm like, magic electricity. I just don't know how far I want to draw the line on like how much technology I want to allow in my fantasy world. You know, it's like I don't want to see no smartphones, I don't want to see no fucking televisions, you know. But then like it sounds kind of hypocritical then if I allow like magic mirrors then. So it really depends. I mean, what's the difference between like a magic mirror and like a wooden box that has like test tubes in it, or like I forget what they're called. They're called like something tubes, like electrical tubes in it, or something like that. I think they have gas in it too. They're like little glass bulbs with like gas in it or something. CV tubes or some shit like that. It's like one's powered by magic and one's powered by electricity, but there's not really any difference between the two, I suppose. But I guess I'm just being hypocritical when like I allow one, but like not the other. I actually like if any fantasy anime or like manga goes on long enough, eventually they do show off some kind of like magic tech city, quote unquote magic tech city, that basically looks like a modern city, but everything's powered by magic. And then that makes me kind of like groan a little bit. I'm like, look, they have TVs, they have smartphones, they have cars, but that's okay though, because it's powered by magic. Like a battery, right? Think about a battery. A battery is chemical operated, but then they have like magic batteries though in Fantasy World, and it's powered by magic or whatever. It's a stone. It's basically like a rock. It's a rock that has energy in it, and you put the magical rock inside of like a car, and then your car can now move or something, you know? It's a difference between like something being chemically powered and magic powered. And magic is just the bullshit one, you know? Even I will admit magic is a bullshit one, but you know, it's fantasy, so I guess we allow some level of bullshit, so yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Or I guess maybe you could go like somewhere in the middle, like a Tetsamaru no Index. Because Tetsamaru no Index is like a combination of like magic tech and then like laws of physics. Which actually, maybe that's why I didn't get too much into it. I actually really love the characterization in Tetsamaru no Index. But that's specifically Tetsamaru no Index though. I loathe the Tetsamaru Railgun or whatever. The Magical Index Railgun side series. Which I hate that series kind of got more popular because it's Yuri. It's one big old Yuri fest, and I absolutely loathe like the Railgun side series, but that one got more popular. I'll take the Index series, but not the stupid side series. Mostly because I also hate I also hate the teleportation chick, Kuro or whatever her name is. I hate the teleportation chick because she's way too thirsty. If they tone down her thirstiness like just a little bit, she'd be more manageable. I just hate her. Kiriko. Yeah, I remember her as Kuro. But yeah, I just hate her. I loathe her. But I love the entire series though. The entire series I love. I'm okay with Index. I just don't like the Railgun. I like drinking some water right there. Alright. Talking about a thirsty Yuri character made me thirsty. Hashtag not in that way. But yeah, I didn't think about it until now though. But yeah, Tartar Index definitely is like a combo. It's a combo between like the magic and laws of physics thing. And I guess I'm not a fan of that. For me, it's gotta be all or nothing. You either like go full-blown fantasy, or you go like steampunk, cyberpunk, there we go. You go like cyberpunk aesthetic or some shit like that, you know? I'm also not a fan too of like a good amount of the isekais where like they isekai a magical person in modern world. To me, I find that concept boring. I find it boring mostly because like in a lot of them, they're like not allowed to use magic, or like they gotta keep the magic on a down low because, you know, quote unquote regular people won't understand or some shit. I'm like, oh, what's the point then? For like, I guess the non-magical hijinks. If I wanted like non-magical high school hijinks, I'd just fucking watch a regular slice of life show. I just feel like I'm missing something by doing like the reverse isekai. I'm not a fan of reverse isekais. But that's just me. There's a fan base for it, so you do you. You do you. People like their things. I'll stick to my fantasy shit. or magic tech, or whatever you want to call it. Everyone's been very vocal right now recently about like that cyberpunk anime, and like I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it. Actually, the last couple of shows that got like such a huge like immediate following, I actually didn't get into any of them. So like, I didn't get into the Komi-san show, the chick that like has like, you know, very like, the chick is like borderline mute because she has anxiety. I didn't get into that one. I didn't get into like the dress-up doll. I didn't get into the Biscu dress-up doll one either. I get the appeal for that one. It's a Galyu. It's a Galyu girl who like fucking gets together with like the nerdy guy. He's not even like an actual otaku nerd either. He's just like a nerd, like a fashion nerd, which is kind of cool, I guess. But I didn't get into that one either. And I guess cyberpunk is like the new hot stuff right now. I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into like any of these things, you know? I'm still watching fucking One Piece, basically. I'm still into One Piece. I'm still watching my shonen shit. So, I don't know. I'm just not getting these new ones. And I guess I'm just not the target. I'm not the target audience for stuff like this. The one, oh yeah, like the one that like I had been watching, but like it doesn't really count though because I was reading the manga before it became an anime. Is the fucking Senyen series of like the office of like I don't want to say midget, but like the really small office girl, and she's got like a crush on like this huge big guy. Bro, I can't remember the name of it now, but like I was already reading the fucking like webcomic on Donbaro before it became an anime. And like I like that one, but I'm not sure if that counts though. That one's like a case of like webcomic becoming anime. And I like those ones. Maybe it's because they feel indie to me. They feel like less, maybe it's because like they feel like less mainstream. I don't know, but I like that one though. I'm still reading reading like the webcomic. The Office Lady Lollibaba, exactly. Oh yeah! And then like fucking My Hero-chan is getting into anime now, right? The fucking dude who got turned into a lolly by his scientist sister. Yeah, that's getting an anime. I can't wait for that one actually. That one I'm looking forward to. I actually already am kind of I already like am kind of spoiled about like the voices. I think about that because like I remember there was actually an audio drama. There was an audio drama actually from the writer of that webcomic, like I think a couple years ago, and like I remember the audio drama was actually pretty good, but I guess like it got popular enough that like now like it's getting an anime, so I'm excited for that one. I did not get into the fucking Monday Tawawa series though. It's weird to see that as an anime because like there was no voices, there was no dialogue in the original. I don't even want to call it like a webcomic, but like in the original webcomic there was no dialogue though. But then like, you know, when they turn into an anime, now there's dialogue all of a sudden. Because it was more of a silent. It was kind of a silent series when it was a webcomic. So like now that it has voices, it's kind of weird. But yeah, the My Hero-chan series though, I can't wait for the full anime to come out. Even though it's weird because I'm already reading the webcomic, so like it's gonna be a while for the anime to catch up. So yeah. Sugoi Dekai, yeah, that one was a fun one. I like that one actually. I mean, you know, before Twitter got a hold of it, and then like that soured that soured things for me. I mean, like I still read the webcomic manga. I'm still reading the webcomic manga for that, but like the anime definitely, like when the Twitter got hold of it. This is why like I'm afraid of like my favorite shit becoming mainstream. I'm like, can you not be mainstream? It's like, I'm happy for the author. It's weird because I'm happy for the author when they get more exposure, but then like, I don't want them to get too much exposure. It's like, oh, can this please like just stay indie? I wanted to stay indie. Please don't go mainstream. Yeah, I'm afraid when shit goes mainstream sometimes. Like Idolmaster. I remember Idolmaster 2. I wanted Idolmaster to stay indie for a long time, and then when Idolmaster like got more and more mainstream, I feel like I don't like the new Idolmaster girls. I only like the old ones, you know, because I feel like I lost something when it became mainstream. But I don't know if that's like the hipster. I don't know if that's like the hipster in me talking. I have no idea. I do feel like usually it's actually a change in writers usually, which is actually more realistic. Yeah, like that one, one thing I did notice too about a lot of webcomics when they go anime, they often get censored a lot actually. Which is kind of a shame. I mean, we kind of understand why it gets censored, but actually here's a fun fact I learned literally today. For like the Komi-san, the Komi-san anime. So apparently there was a scene where like the main character, you know, like he meets Komi-san's parents or whatever like that. And then one scene did get edited. Like in the anime, the mom is like, oh, come inside because my daughter's not here yet. But in the webcomic though, in the webcomic manga or whatever like that, she's actually holding a fucking condom. I had to check. I actually went to check on that, and I was really surprised. So like, yeah, like, the mom is holding a fucking condom because like she's all on board with having like a fucking son-in-law at that point. Like, she's basically saying, yo, fuck my daughter. And I'm like, damn, yo. So yeah, like that scene got edited for the anime release because they didn't want the mom to hold a condom. And I'm like, oh, wow. There's actually a lot of censorship too in the quintuplet, anime harem series. Like in that one, there's a lot of censorship from the anime from the manga. So in that one, like I would say, like if you want the fan service, definitely like read the manga version of like the quintuplet, harem series. The quintuplet harem series has a lot of fan service in the manga. You understand why Nagatoro got tamed? Because in the OG version, she would only attract hardcore masochists. Yeah, no, she's terrible. She's super terrible, like in the original webcomic. Yeah, they definitely had to like tone her down to like regular tsundere levels in the anime. But then like, even I hate that actually. Even though like I wasn't into her in the webcomic version, because now you just made her the same as like basically any other hardcore tsundere out there already. You fucking mainstreamed her. Like, goddamn. You lost something. You lost something that the original had. If I want to go back to my hardcore tsunderes, I'll go back to my hardcore tsunderes like Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion or some shit. You know? And then I get to watch that cursed scene again of like Shinji fucking fapping to her or whatever in the hospital bed. Hashtag best OG scene ever. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. You know what? I legit wish that Neon Genesis Evangelion would get another remake because I want to know what Twitter would think about that scene. I want it to be remade again. Just so that way that scene could be animated. Don't censor it. You better not censor it. Don't censor the scene again. I want like a full 1-to-1 ratio of how it originally was, except with modern animation, because I want to see if Twitter goes insane over Shinji fapping over Asuka's unconscious body. Don't fucking censor it. Twitter were re-hard. They would. They so would. And I'd love to see the I'd love to see the explosion that would happen from that. Especially if they would even hire like new voice actors too. I wouldn't mind actually new voice actors for like Neon Genesis Evangelion just because it's so old. I would love to like recast a lot of like old 80s and 90s anime actually. Because like at that point, like you can't cast the original voice actors. They're too old now. You know, it's like their voices wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't mind remakes of like really old 90s animes. But you know, like to be fair, that stuff doesn't make money though. And you know, it's all about making money. Usually stuff doesn't get remade unless like they know there's a hardcore fan base for it. I would love a remake of like the old Slayers anime. I wouldn't mind a remake actually of like Rama One Half. Rama One Half could use a remake, I think. But if they were though, they probably have to censor a lot of the nudity though. There was a shit ton of nudity in the original Rama One Half. And it kind of made sense though, because like there kind of had to be nudity in it, because like they had to show off Rama getting tits every time she got like cold water splashed on her or him or whatever. So it's like it's like they had to show off the tits, because like Rama had this weird thing where like he would always walk around shirtless. So like because he walks around shirtless all the time, anytime he gets splashed with cold water, you know, boom, he got titties hanging out, you know. Oh shit, actually wait, it'd be terrible if Rama got remade right now. Because then, if Rama One Half got remade right now, then the Twitter would be all like, yo, Rama One Half is a transsexual anime. And I'd be like, oh no, oh no. Yeah, no, like, no, like, that's thinking way too hard on it. Yeah, never mind. Rama Rush should stay, that should stay in its original 80s, 90s. Don't bring it back. Do not bring it back. I take back what I said. Rama One Half was not meant to be deep. It's not meant to be a deep series, so don't make it deeper than it has to be. Don't make it. Yo, I'm still fucking recovering from the Guilty Gear fiasco. Like, oh my god. I was happy when Bridget got put back into Guilty Gear as a fighting game fan. What I was not prepared for was Twitter going crazy over Bridget. And I was like, oh, it's not supposed to be that deep. Why are you guys looking so hard into it? Yeah, I don't want Twitter to get a hold of anything anymore. Depending on how the culture changes in 5 years. Oh, I would love a remake of Hunter x Hunter, actually. I wonder if they would need to censor the fucking naked voice scenes in Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter has, oddly, a lot of, like, bromance. There's a lot of bromance in Hunter x Hunter. Like, there's, like, guys slapping other guys' asses in that one. Hey, how about a fucking Berserk remake? Oh, wait, we can't have that, because we can't have nice things. I never got into Berserk, but, like, I always saw the memes. I always saw the memes about Berserk fans, though, about how, like, they basically waited their entire lives for Berserk to finish. And now Berserk's never gotten to finish, because, like, yeah, because the author. I know the Berserk memes. Yeah. Another CGI Berserk remake. Ooh. Oh. CGI anime is so hard to do. I feel like you just can't go 50-50. I think that's where a lot of series fall off. They try to do like a half 50-50 thing. Like 50% drawn and 50% CG. It's like you gotta do full CG, I feel. I think if you do full CG, it makes it like not as cringy, I think. Even with our current technology, I'm still not really sold on CG anime, honestly. I either want like a fully like drawn anime series or a fully CG series. When you go half and half, sometimes when they switch in between the scenes, like it's really like obvious to see sometimes. Like, okay, like School Idol Love Live, I remember when I streamed a lot of the gameplay for that one. When the anime came out, as far as both School Idol Love and Idolmasters did it, I remember hating how the dance sequences were always in CG, because it was like super obvious. And it always goes into low quality. I feel like I'm watching like a fucking like 60 FPS animation, but then it goes to like fucking like 20 FPS when like they went to like the CG dances. And I'm like, ooh, no. I mean, okay, like, yeah, stylization is definitely, I mean, think about Kimono Friends, right? Kimono Friends 1, people liked it for its jankiness, but then Kimono Friends 2 went too hard, though. And then Kimono Friends 2 sucked really bad, you know? So Kimono Friends 2 definitely was a way on like how to like not do it. So yeah, it really depends. But like I said though, that's why like I'm not sold on it as a medium. So it has to be either be like full on 100%, or you just gotta go like hand drawn like you've been doing it, you know, the entire time. And here's the thing, I don't mind CG being used for special effects though. Like, we've been doing that for years, so just fine. I'm okay with that. I think CG really falls off when you try to do it for like human characters. Like Gundam, for example. Gundam has also been using CG for like the Gundams, and I think they've been doing a pretty good job with that actually. I think CG works well for like non-human things. You know, it's like, oh, like we're gonna make the robot in CG. We're gonna make the explosion in CG. You know, like that's fine. The ocean, we're gonna put the ocean shot in CG because like water's really hard to draw or something. You know, I'm fine with that. But then like the moment you try to give me like a slice of life series, that's the worst right there. If you give me a slice of life series where like a really big emphasis is on like the hand-drawn facial proportions and like the expressions of the characters, and you put that in CG for like a dance sequence, all of a sudden you end up losing a lot of the expressions because it's like downgraded in quality, and that's when I take issue with it. I just feel like we're still not at that spot in the technology right now where like the CG can make up for like artists. The CG can make up for like artists like slowness or speed. Usually it's a speed factor. They use CG to speed up the production of an episode or something like that. It's easier to CG a dance sequence than it's to hand-draw a dance sequence. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Slice of Life and Cheapo CG for it to be the worst anime in a decade. I know, right? Unless you want to go the so bad it's good route. You know? Like that'd be also be a risk that you would take as a director. It's like, guys, I'm doing it on purpose. If we make it so bad, then the otaku fan base will know it's bad. We have to make it terrible, like really terrible. And then that way people will joke about it. And then when people joke about it, they'll be all like, oh, you mean that terrible slice of life anime? Yeah, that was good. Like, they say good. They say good, like, ironically, right? So they say good ironically, but then they won't say it's bad either. Or when they do say it's bad, they'd be like, oh, it was bad, quote unquote. That's the forehead. That's the forehead direction. I'm gonna make an anime so bad it's good. But yeah, maybe in 10 years. I'll say maybe in 10 years we might be able to get like a good CGI technology that maybe we can do like actual human proportions. Oh yeah, and like racing, right? Like racing animes, that's still a thing. The cars, they've been doing the cars in CGI for like a good while, and like that's Initial D's been getting better when it comes to like stuff like that. Yeah, just anything non-human. Robots, the ocean, explosions, vehicles like cars. But I hate dance sequences though. Like the last 5 years of like idol animes, they've all used CG for their dance sequences, and I've hated like every single one of them. It sucked. Like I always remember like the old Macross animes, and Macross always did like hand-drawn idol sequences, and that like looks way superior to me. So yeah. I mean, hopefully we won't have like a fucking CPU shortage 10 years in the future, 5 years in the future. It's a silicon, right? Aren't we like in a silicon shortage? Isn't that the reason? So like we need to find like a new mine of like silicon or like some shit like that. I don't know. I've been on the same video card for myself right now for like the past like 4 years. I did upgrade my video card like at least 4 years ago. Mostly because I had to, because my video card 5 years ago, it actually died. And I think I actually missed like a week of live streams when that happened. When I was live streaming back then. Because my video card itself died. So I had to wait for like my next paycheck till I get a new video card. But yeah. Hashtag doesn't run Crisis. Is that joke too old? What's the new version? What's the new version of that joke? Does it run Crisis? Does it run Minecraft? Does it run Minecraft with max mods? Would that be like the new modern version? Minecraft max mods RTX mode. I want to run that actually. I would love to do a live stream Minecraft with like RTX mode or some shit. I'm pretty sure my computer would just blow up if I tried that. Can it run Doom? Can my calculator run Doom? Oh, that reminds me. I actually had this calculator game combo thing back when I was in middle school. It probably could have ran Doom. It got confiscated though by a teacher and I never got it back. It basically, like, it was a calculator, but like it had games on it though. Like it had like Snake and Pong and like a Galaga and shit like that. It was a pretty cool thing. It was like $30 at like a gas station, not even joking. I got it at a gas station for like $30 and like it got confiscated. I never got it back. It went into like some sort of like weird like confiscation box, and then like a week later, then like that box gets emptied or some shit. I don't know. Someone getting Doom to play on an electronic pregnancy test? What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Can my abacus run Doom? I know how to use an abacus. I learned how to use an abacus back in high school. My math teacher literally made us learn how to use an abacus. He was all like, okay, we're gonna learn how to use this. It's like a history. It was like history and math rolled into one. And he's like, all right, for the next test, I'm gonna give you like questions where like you gotta use a calculator for it, but then you won't have a calculator. So you gotta have an abacus instead. Like, he's like, okay, like, there's like 2 students in the classroom that were smart enough to like do it all in their head or something. So like, it was an easy thing for them. But for the rest of us though, it's like, the teacher tried to make sure that it was a calculator kind of test. But again though, no calculators, abacuses only. So, like, it was to force us to use the abacus, like, while doing the test. While the 2 smart kids in the classroom just did it in their head. He was actually one of the cool math teachers we had that, like, didn't require you to show your work, basically. He didn't care if you showed your work or not. He just cared if you had the right answer. However, he made up for that by giving us hard questions. So, like, you kind of, like, had to put down work because you were trying to get the work on it yourself. You were working the question yourself, so you were kind of putting the work on there anyway. But then, like, you know, if you did most of it in your head, then you could put that answer down, though. So he was actually one of the cool teachers. I did fail his class though. I failed it, and then like when I like did like a re-semester, I just cheated off of somebody else. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna cheat off you," and then the other guy was like, "Okay," and then I just cheated off of him, and then I was able to get my math credit. Yeah. Actually, like, I guess if I were to get like isekai into like a medieval period, I guess I could just invent the abacus if it hasn't been invented already. I'd be like, hello, fellow peasants. I've invented the abacus. I'm a scientist now. Yeah, if I were to ever get isekai into like a medieval fantasy world, I'd be a straight up scientist in that world, I guess. I can invent like the abacus. I can invent like some farm tools or whatever like that, you know. Like gears, right? I can invent a clock. I know how to make a spring-loaded clock. Actually, I can make a grandfather clock. I can make a grandfather clock and like a pocket watch. I know how to make the spring. The spring is like the most important part of like mechanical energy, like used for those springs. I could basically be like a steampunk like engineer or some shit. Everything would be like spring powered. Honestly, like a lot of animes, they overuse gear and spring power technology. If you ever noticed that, like, it's like, yo, we're gonna make a fucking mech, and the mech is gonna be spring powered. Like, they have a giant wind. They got like a giant like wind up thing, and they're gonna be like, yo, this mech is powered by springs or some shit like that. A lot of animes tend to like abuse that shit sometimes because they can't have electricity. It's like, this is a fantasy world, so we can't have electricity, but we're allowed to have steampunk technology, so everything is steam powered somehow. Or just magically spring powered. Like, you're gonna have like a dude with like maybe like a mechanical arm, so the mechanical arm is powered by like gears and shit, you know? It's like Full Metal Alchemist without like the alchemist part. I think I've actually like seen like probably like a dozen animes in the 90s that had the exact same premise. Like somebody has a body part that's like mechanical, but they had to like wind it up or some shit like that. It's like if I had like a nickel for every time I saw an anime that had that premise, I'd have like $1, which isn't a lot, but weird that it happens so often though. Behold peasants, wonders of the East, while using a heavy Asian accent. And then, also, I could dabble into like the cooking technology. I can invent MSG. The wonders of MSG. It's like, yo, just add MSG to everything. It makes all your food taste better. Because spices, right? Spices were hard to get in like the medieval periods, right? So like, if I could find a way to like just locally make MSG, then like, I can make my entire like country just rich off of MSG. Because it would be like an easy enough spice that like everybody could get a hold of. As long as you still don't believe that MSG gives you cancer or some shit like that. I forget, it was like a 90s thing. It was like 80s? It was like an 80s thing, I think. Oh no, I think it was like 60s. It was like a 60s or 70s thing. It was like Chinese restaurants that use MSG gave you like cancer or some shit like that. It was like a media scare or something like that. Yeah. I know that's been debunked though. MSG doesn't give you cancer or whatever like that. It's been debunked, but a lot of people are still worried about MSG for like health reasons. Something like that. Oh yeah, and then America. America also had the problem with iodine, I remember. Like, oh, I forget what's it called. It's like Goya or Goya syndrome, where like you have like a fucking tumor around your neck or some shit like that. So it's like if you live like away from the ocean, because iodine's in a lot of fish or something like that. If you lived away from the ocean, you didn't get iodine in your system, and then it made your body like basically just not work or something. Because humans need iodine, something like that. I forget the full like health ramifications of it, but I just know that humans need some iodine on some level. That's why like all of our salt has iodine in it or whatever. I know that like in World War I, I think it was World War I. In World War I, when they were trying to do like the draft or something, they couldn't draft a lot of people in Northern America because they all had like Goya disease or some shit like that, which was a lack of iodine. Like, they literally were like unfit for combat or some shit like that. The fermentation of fish makes MSG. It's like, I know the other way to make MSG was mushrooms. Mushrooms is supposed to be, I think, the modern way we're making MSG. It's like grounded up mushrooms or some shit like that. And then I know you can also get MSG from beef too, as well. I don't think that method is used as much though. Oh yeah, and then vanilla extract. Vanilla extract's good, used for a lot of baking, right? If I can come up with a chemical compound for vanilla extract, then that's good too. I could dabble in a lot of shit. Because vanilla beans are a bitch to grow, actually. So, like, a lot of vanilla extract is made artificially with chemicals. Because we did find, like, the exact flavor compound that's in vanilla extract, and it's way easier to make it in a lab than it is to, like, grow the vanilla bean. Did you know that for vanilla beans, like, they actually have people, like, fucking with a toothpick? They actually have people with a toothpick going around pollinizing the flowers one by one. Because they can't use bees for some reason. I forget. They can't use bees or like some kind of mosquito or something. So they have a lot of fucking dudes with like toothpicks. They got dudes with toothpicks basically pollinating like the vanilla bean flowers one by one. And then like, it takes like a whole like fucking 5 years to like grow a new vanilla plant. And like you may not be guaranteed to get the vanilla bean or something. That's why vanilla bean is so expensive. Like the authentic vanilla bean. It takes so long to grow like a fresh tree basically. And then like when you pollinize the flowers, you're not guaranteed that you did it right, so you may not get a bean from it. Oh yeah, and coffee, right? Coffee. Coffee's a big money maker. Yeah. Yo, like coffee, MSG, vanilla beans, cotton, yeah, that definitely gets a cotton. Yo, I'm gonna be like, if I get isekai in Medieval, I'll be like the dude that like single-handedly brings everyone out of the fucking Dark Ages. I'd be the smartest man in the world. It's like, damn, where do I start, right? What do I even start with? I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know, like, how I would start. I guess, first off, I need to, like, maybe just, like, cozy up with, like, a princess or something. That'd be the first thing I need to do. I get with a princess. Or, like, a king's daughter or some shit. I'd be like, yo. I am a traveling wizard. I'm a traveling wizard from the east. And I can make your country better. Bring me into the royal family, and I can work my magic or some shit like that. I don't know. As long as I don't get burned to the stake for being a witch, I gotta make sure it's a friendly country that's like okay with mages or wizards or some shit like that. As long as I don't get burned to the stake, then like I'm good. Oh, and if I get isekai to like a world with like magical dragons, shoot, I'm going for a dragon princess. Fuck humans. I want to get me a fucking... Listen, I ain't no furry, alright? I ain't no furry, but... I'll get me a fucking cat waifu and a dragon waifu, if possible. I'll go over to the Dragon Kingdom, and they'd be like, yo, what's this human? What's this human doing here? I'd be like, hello, dragon people. I am from the east. I bear no ill will towards your people. Or some shit like that. Yeah. Okay, alright, I've gone way off topic. I've gone super off topic. I'm supposed to be going to high school. I haven't even started my first day of school yet. I'm literally on my first day of school still. Alright, I think we are not a Tenkosei. We either in a Tenkosei or, like, we live in a world with dragon girls and cat girls and shit. I don't even know what my fucking backstory is. So today is finally the day, huh? This is Asakoko U, one of the most well-known schools in the world. Of course, since it's so prestigious, it has classes in all sorts of fields. For vanilla beans, it has to be picked by hand. Kind of the same way too with like chocolate and shit like that. That's why it's also so expensive. You can't use a machine. Vanilla beans is one of those things where it's like it has to be done by hand still. Yeah, it's very the plant itself is like very fragile or something. So that they have like fucking slaves do it. Yeah, it's kind of terrible. They get paid. They get paid like by the pot or something like that. But yeah. They get paid by weight, I think. So it's like you bring in like 10 pounds of vanilla bean and you get paid like $5 or some shit. It's terrible. It's pretty bad actually. Same thing too for chocolate. A lot of people that pick chocolate, they're also basically slaves also. Like the chocolate pickers, you know, they gotta like do it one by one. They get paid by the pound or something. But what makes the school so world-renowned is its legendary idol program. It's got so many different courses, from vocal training and dance classes to managerial classes. It even has classes for making proper diets for idols. Yeah, I guess maybe it just depends on the kind of plant, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess some plants it's just really hard to like crossbreed, you know? Because think about apples, right? Like, how many different kinds of like apples have we crossbred and made, right? Or peppers? We made so many different variants of peppers, but I guess when it comes to certain things like chocolate and like vanilla beans, it's like we haven't come across like that many ways to like breed them or something, you know? And there's money though, that's the thing. There's money to be made there. But maybe like, it's just because it's a certain genus of flower, you know? Like certain genuses, they can't really be bred or like anything like that or something. I'm no botanist. I'm not a botanist or anything like that, but I'm going to assume that it's something like that, you know? I don't know much about coffee beans either, but like we have a lot of ways to make coffee beans besides like the usual normal coffee bean. Although usually the more exotic stuff is more expensive anyway though. I mean, not everyone is drinking coffee out of a cat's butt. I think there's also coffee too, like out of a fucking like meerkat's butt or something. There's actually a surprising amount of coffee coming out of fucking animal poop. The cat one's the most infamous one, but there's other ones too though. I think there's one coming from a bird. I think there's one from a bird's poop, and I think there's another one coming from like a dog's poop, and I think there's another one coming from like a raccoon's poop or something. It's like there's more than one that comes from poop, and cat is just simply just one of them. It's stupid how humans will basically eat anything. But then, like, you know, then there's a regular coffee beans. Regular coffee beans that got no bean. It's the other coffee beans that seems weird to me. I'm honored to attend such a great school. Why did I end up here and not elsewhere? Yes, give me backstory. I need to know my character's backstory. Why are we at Asakoko University? Wait, does this matter? The first choice of the game, and I actually don't know why. Now, does this matter? I have no clue why. I was considering other universities. My grades were decent, and I have an interest outside of idols. The more I think about it, the more uncertain I get. Where for now, I'm glad to attend a university this prestigious. Walking up to the gate, I noticed the entrance is pretty barren. Okay, wait. I'm loading. Is it any different? I know exactly why. It's always been a dream of mine to go to an idol school. Even though I'm not into being one myself, I always thought it'd be cool to interact with them. Besides, who doesn't like idols? Okay, so I don't think that mattered. Walking up to the gate, I noticed that the entrance is pretty barren. I guess I'll be the first one. Hey, it's Coco Sensei? Coco Sensei? I think it's Coco Sensei. I'm gonna make a separate save file here just because I can. Was there something I needed to... yeah. Look who showed up early for orientation. Startled at the sudden voice, I turned to see a scantily tall woman. She has long orange hair. Horns? And a tail? Are those even real? Good morning, you probably already know, but I'm Kiryu Coco, the principal of Asa- Oh, she is the principal. Alright, so yeah, Coco-sensei. Asakoko U. This is why she graduated. Oh, get it? Wait, get it? So Coco graduated for being an idol because she had to graduate so she could be principal. Now it all makes sense. I must be dreaming, right? Those horns must be fake. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Tetsamaru. A pleasure to meet you, Tetsamaru. I was on my way to the office and I happened to see you. She didn't call me motherfucker. I saw your lonely butt by yourself, so I was like, come over and say hi. That can't be it, right? Wait, why does she look concerned? Did I say something wrong? Or, oh god, is my zipper open? If I remember correctly, you're planning on pursuing idol management, right? I mean... So wait a minute, if you're a dude going to idol school, you basically are going there to be an idol manager, I guess. Unless you want to be a guy idol. I guess to be fair, that's a thing. If you're going to idol school, you're either going to be a guy idol, or you're going to be an idol manager. Yes, that's right. It's a little sudden, but we got a real special project for idol management students like you this year. So keep your eyes peeled. Something special about this year. What could it be? You know what? The art's really good, actually. I think... I was actually kind of expecting the art to be worse. The art's pretty good. Anyways, you should look around campus. Today's orientation day after all. You can worry about classes later. And she actually has facial expressions, which is more than what I could say for Girls Front Line. I'd recommend checking out all the clubs. Who knows, maybe you make some friends. Oh, of course, I'll be sure to check. She left before I finished speaking. And it looks like some other students have been showing up. Ah, alrighty then. Did that really just happen? I don't know if meeting Kira-sensei before my first day is unlucky or unlucky. Is lucky or unlucky. To be fair, you did meet Kyriger on the first day in the Girls Front Line day in Sim. I guess I'd better find and join a club. It looks like there's someone over there handing out flyers. Maybe they could clarify some things for me. Excuse me, what exactly is the principal? She's part dragon demi-human. It's what this place is known for. Few cities have people like Kiryu-sensei. I don't get it. Why don't I see these mythical beings in other places? They're not like humans. They need specialized medical equipment, food, and much more. Other places just don't have what they need to live. That actually makes sense! Holy shit, wait, that actually makes sense! Wait, I never really thought about it. But that actually would make a lot of sense. Like, you would have to put, like, all the fucking demi-humans, like, in certain cities that actually, like, has all their stuff. I never thought about it. Since you're new here, you need this. We give these out to the beginning of every year. Thanks a lot. No problem. I hope you have a great time here at Asakoko Year. Let's see now. What club should I join? So, okay, so here's the part that was a little bit of a disappointment to me. So, this game hasn't been updated in a year. But the developer was, I guess he wanted to add more Holo Girls, but it hasn't been updated in over a year. So that's why Gaming Club is only here. But the idea was that, like, they were going to keep adding more Holo Girls. So there would have been other clubs to join. But the Gaming Club is, you know, the gamers. So it's Korone, Okayu, Fubuki, and Mio. It has, but like since it hasn't been updated, I'm going to assume that the game might be on indefinite hiatus or something. It kind of makes me wonder, like, what other ideas the dev might have been able to put in this game, though. You know, or maybe he lost his artist or something. I'm not sure. It's like, what other clubs would there be? It'd be kind of cool, like, if it got updated now, and it'd be like a transfer student, like, English, like, club or something. Like, if there was, like, an EN club, then it'd be, like, the EN girls or some shit. I don't know. I mean, what other clubs would there be? Like, if I think about the other girls. Maybe they could be, like, a, Maybe there could be like a singer club, and the singer club could be like Suisei and Oski and like Iris or something. Like the singer club could be like all the actual like idol singers of like Hololive or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's like I can't even, now that I'm trying to think about it, I can't even think of like what other kind of clubs you could try to put in here. Singing club was the one I thought of just now, but I can't think of anything else. Maybe you could also put in like a, oh yeah, Hachima! Hachima could be in the cooking club, yeah. I think Choco-sensei. I think Choco-sensei also cooks too. You could put Choco-sensei, Hachima, and then like whoever else cooks. I don't know who else cooks. I know Mio cooks. She could like double up in like the cooking club and gaming club, I guess. Oh, they could also be like a no club option. Oh, I didn't. They could be like a no club option, and then like you could put like the introverted girls in there or something. So like the no club option, it could be like Pecora and like Aqua and like, you know, like all the super introverted girls. It could be that or something. Yeah, that could be an idea. You see, I got ideas. I got ideas. I'm gonna make my own. I'm gonna make my own Hololive dating sim now. There's not enough Hololive dating sim games out there. But yeah, I only have one option, so this is all I got. The gaming club, huh? I played a few games before, I should fit in perfectly. Let's see, it should be this way. Where is it? I feel like I've been walking in circles the whole time. And all those stairs too, I'm exhausted. Now the club room can't be that much further, can it? Finally, there it is. Well, here goes nothing. What? I knew Kira-sensei was a mythical being, but there's more of them? One girl has brown dog ears, and another girl has lavender cat ears, both of which have matching tails to go with their ears. Oh yeah, Sora! Sora could also be in the singing club too. Yeah. And Sora would be human. How many full-blooded humans do we actually have in Hololive? I feel like every time we get like a new character in Hololive, it's like not a human character. We keep getting non-humans now. Huh. It looks like they're playing Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. They're playing Donkey Kong. We gotta avoid the copyright. Don't sue us, Nintendo. Nintendo, don't sue me. A third girl sitting next to a window has got snow white ears and a tail. She's on her phone. A fourth girl, with black ears and a tail, was filing papers in the back of the classroom. Her hair also looks kind of like a pine tree. She then turns around and notices me. Oh wow, that's... Oh, she looks awesome. Mia looks really good, actually. Yeah, she looks great. Hold on, I gotta go back to my preferences for a sec. Fubuki rap for friend zoning. Sorry, I didn't notice you coming in. Konban Mion. I'm Okami Mio. Welcome to the gaming club. Hey guys, introduce yourself. Kon Kitsune. I'm Shirakami Fubuki. Cheery as always. At least I tried to greet them. Come on guys, at least say hi. The purple-haired girl faces towards me. Mogu Mogu! Can I do an Akaya voice? Mogu Mogu! Mogu Mogu! That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm not a fucking voice actor. Okayu! Orayo! I'm Korone. Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute. I just thought about something. So this game also has like Coco special route. Does that mean that you get to get with the principal then? So this game has a gamer's route, but there's also a special Coco route. But that would mean that you're getting with the principal. Assuming that it's romantic. I don't know if the Coco route's romantic or not, but now I definitely have to see it. I mean, wait, to be fair, this is supposed to be like a university, so like maybe it won't be that bad. I don't know. Hey, so are you girls animals or something? With you and Mio being dogs, and those two being cats. Ah shit, we got the cat joke. We threw the cat joke in here. We have 2 dogs and 2 cats. Well, like, Mio's supposed to be a wolf, though. Mio's not a dog. I am not a cat. Why do they always mumble? People get it wrong all the time. I'm a fox, not a cat. Oh, yo! Oh, I'm really sad this game doesn't get updated now. Because you know what? There could be I just thought of another club that could be put in. Literally, Holo X Club, right? Because it'd be a Shunin. Wouldn't that be like a Shunin club or something? There could be a Holo X Club. Because that'd be the Shunin club. And then Lapis. Like, Lapis would be like your cute Emoto route or some shit like that. And then she'd be like, you're gonna be part of the Holo X, like, club now. Like, she would drag you in there or some shit like that, right? Like, I could imagine that route now. So, like, the main character's like, this Holo X club seems interesting. And then, like, you would bump into Lapis, and Lapis would be all like, you bumped into me. It was fate. And now you would join my club or some shit like that. And then, like, Lapis would, like, drag you into, like, the Holo X club. And the Hololive club would be like a fucking shed. It'd be like a shed, like, at the school grounds or some shit like that. And then, like, and then you would meet, like, Iroha and Chloe and shit. And everybody would be shooting. Everybody would literally be a shooting or something. Because, you know, like, they would tell a player character. They'd be like, Chloe's a cleaner, Iroha's a samurai and shit. And then, like, the player character would be like, yo, what's wrong with these people? You know? And then Lapis would be like, I'm the demon Lapis and I want to take over the world and shit. And the player character would be like really confused. Like the only normal person in Holo X is Louis, right? Louis like the only normal one or some shit. Yeah. Yeah, no, damn, it's too bad this game doesn't get updated. Yo, I'm getting more and more motivated. I'm getting motivated now to make my own holo. I gotta start drawing. I gotta start drawing all the girls now. Make my own holo dating sim. I get ideas. Whoa, sorry about that. I didn't know. Hey, it's fine. She gets mad about it all the time. You know what? Mio also, like, clearly looks older than everybody else. Like, Mio must be the senpai or something. I feel like she would be the senpai. She'd be, like, the third-year senpai that's, like, about to graduate, and everybody's, like, super sad. And then, like, when she graduates, she hands over, like, the club leader status to somebody else or something. I definitely feel that way about Mio. She would be, like, club leader. She'd be the third year. Just to be clear, I'm a wolf. Okayu is a cat, Hirone is a dog, and Fubuki is a fox. Anyways, what's your name? Oh, my name is Tetsamaru. A pleasure to meet you. You know, Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Also, sorry, Fubuki, I didn't mean to upset you. Fubuki began to pout. I feel bad for calling her a cat. She'll get over it quickly. Say, wanna play some games? You can try and beat my score. Should I join the gaming club? Wait, what? Wait a minute. But there is no other club. Wait, is this the Coco Club? There is no other. There's literally no other clubs to join because, like, this game hasn't been updated. Well, now I gotta see. I gotta see now. I should visit other clubs. Demo. Force Gaming Club. Ah! I have no choice. I literally have no choice because there's no other club in the game. No, you have to join the gaming club because the developer hasn't added one yet. Okay, wait. So what does it say if I click the other one then? Sure. Okay, nothing happens. Nothing happens if you hit yes. Looks like the sun is beginning to set. 6 p.m., huh? I guess I better head home and get ready for class tomorrow. Hey, Tetsamaru, do you want to come home with us and visit my bakery? This half-human, half-dog has a bakery? Johto a minute. Oh, they did not just fucking weeb out the text. Johto a minute? Yo, there better be a Yamate coulda stopped somewhere in here. In all games that I play, choices don't matter. Yamate coulda stopped. Cats and dogs? Wolves and foxes? And now one of them runs a bakery? You know what? Wait. Can I just say that, like, I feel like the player character is very dumb for not noticing demi-humans in his world? Assuming that, like, we are of high school age, how do you go for this long in your life and, like, not know that there's, like, demons and dragon girls running around your world? How do you not know that? Even if we assume that, like, the player character grew up, like, in the countryside, it's like, they had to have, like, known somehow eventually. Like, wouldn't you see it, like, in the news or something? Like, you know, be like, Channel 5 News. The Twin Towers is broken by, like, a dragon that went on a rampage or something. Like, I feel like you would have to know at this point in his life. MC's from a small town, please understand. What kind of small-ass town is he from? I feel like there's no justification for that. There's no way. There's no way he doesn't know that they don't exist. But he acting like he never seen one before or heard of one before. He at least had to have heard of demi-humans. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird to think that like the player character is like of a young adult age or whatever, and like he's like the first time he's hearing about demi-humans. I need more backstory. I need more backstory on the player character. Koroni's family runs a local bakery. It's pretty well known around here. But you're new, so I don't blame you for not knowing. The bakery is just down the street. A little visit wouldn't hurt, would it? Oh, sure. Thank you so much for joining the gaming club. I won't be showing up tomorrow because of club president meetings. But Fubuki can take care of the club, right? Sure. Fubuki is glaring at me. She probably hates me now. Well, better get going now. Take care. After waving each other goodbye, we made our way to Koroni's bakery. Walking down the street, I realized there's something special about this town. Something almost mythical, like it came straight out of a fairy tale. For a while, I thought it had something to do with the orange sky and the cool winds, but I was wrong. It's the people. Did I seriously not notice how many of them on my way here to school? Is he blind? Is he blind? So like only now, after school, is he noticing like other demi-humans? He must be blind. What's wrong, Tetsamaru? You look like deep in thought. There's so many mythical beings here. I can't believe I didn't notice them on the way to school. Haven't you seen people like us where you're from? You know, demi-humans. Yeah, you guys are pretty interesting. I don't want them to see me as a creep or anything, but honestly, they seem pretty cute. I wonder if it's okay for me to pet them. In other news, the famous war criminal Usuda Pecora, who is searched in over 180 countries, was also wanted for crimes of genocide, tax evasion, murder, and much more. Sprouting the city, be very cautious. Yo, I could see Pecora being part of like the troublemaker club or some shit. That'd be kind of cool. And then like she also be like, when you get like high affection, then like you could see that she's an introvert when she's at home or some shit like that. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, is there like a MILF route too for like Pecora's mom or some shit? What if like you become friends with Pecora, but then like there's an option to like date her mom? That'd be pretty cool. I like it. I would like that route, please. I just thought about something too. So like if demi-humans are a thing in their world, would being a furry, would that be like more acceptable then? Would that even still be a thing? Would it be still considered being a furry? It's like, if demi-humans are a thing, then like maybe people don't care now if like, you know, you into like dating someone that like has cat ears and shit. Unless there's like some sort of like really big racism thing going on where like only demi-humans can date other demi-humans and humans only can date humans or some shit. I'm going to assume that this game doesn't want to be that deep, so like maybe there's no historical evidence for like racism. We continued walking. Hey, do you know why there's so many demi-humans attending Asakoko U? Asakoko U has a bunch of amazing programs. It attracts a huge demi-human audience with its idol program. There's a lot of reasons why, but for Koroni and I, so we can travel the world. Normally we can't really travel since our features stand out so much. But if we're idols, people who don't know about demi-humans can easily mistake our ears and tails for costumes. Traveling gives us a sense of freedoms. This is a small town after all, and we've been here our whole lives. There's so much more out there to experience. That's why Koroni and I want to be idols. But that's not our main reason why. Okayu and I are dedicated to becoming idols so we can perform, not just because we want to travel. We want to make as many people happy with our song. It's always been our dream. Right, Okayu? Well, one day, it won't be just a dream. Koroni's face turns bright red. Then they both burst out laughing. You can definitely tell they're close friends. The bakery is just around the corner. That's the one. Come on, let's go inside. Oh! Yo! Oh! So this game, when it came out, like, at least, like, Holo En was, like, in the artist's mind, even if we don't see them. That's Bubba. I see Bubba on there. Usually, like, indie games like this, they tend to honestly, like, be made, like, almost, like, a year in advance sometimes, because, you know, it takes people so long to make a game if they're indie. So, it's kind of cool to see, like, a Holo Myth, like, reference right here. Even though Gamers is the only thing in this game, it's kind of cool to see the Bubba reference. The smell of baked goods permeates the entire room. Although the shop itself is nice and quaint, there's so much on display. Chocolate coronets, different fruit tarts, baguettes. You know what? I don't see the appeal of baguettes. To me, a baguette is just a really long piece of bread. I don't get why people, like, think they're so special. I like croissants, though. Croissants are, like, buttery bread, so, like, it gives a taste. But, like, a baguette is just, like, tasteless bread. Like, a baguette is just a piece of bread that you make really long. I just don't get it. I don't get why people like baguettes so much. I could spend my whole day here. So, what do you think? I can't believe a small place like this has so much on display. They all look so delicious. Ever since I met Kuroni, I've tasted every single item. And trust me, good is an understatement. Oh, Caillou, you don't have to. Looks like Okayu is pretty good at teasing Kurone. I'll give her a minute to calm down. Care to try some pastries? Really? Can I? Sure. Kurone guided us to a table and seated Okayu and me. Give me a second to get the pastries. For now, I guess you could just get to know each other. And she's gone. Okayu turns to me with a faint smile. I'm glad that she's meeting new people. She's not the type to talk to strangers. What makes you say that? Oh, is that like their middle school outfit? That's cute. When we were in high school, Kurone struggled to make friends. Oh, okay, that's her high school. Yeah, so we're in university, so that means we're in college. This game is college age. That's actually kind of cool. I keep making like new save files. Whoopsie, I went backwards. I actually scrolled. I scrolled on my wheel. She wasn't interested in what other girls were doing at school. And she's shy too, not the type to start a conversation. So, what made you want to talk to her? Well, for one, she's cute. But I also noticed that she'd frequently jot down stuff in her notebook before class. So one day, I asked her what she was writing. She refused, of course, but we were able to have a conversation regardless. From then on, I talked with her every day, and we got closer and closer. Eventually, she opened up enough to show me what she was writing all the time. We've been best friends ever since. So, what was she writing? Well, that's a secret. From then on, we became close friends. Wait, did she just repeat that? That's kind of like a repeat statement. She said best friends here, and then she says close friends here. It's like, That's actually something that I remember reading about in like my literature class in college. It's like one of the biggest rules when you're trying to make like a story that I learned in literature class is that like you want to be careful with like repeat statements if it doesn't serve a purpose, especially like if it's something that like the reader has read like literally like 2 sentences ago. It's like even if you word it differently, if it conveys the exact same thing, then like it's more like it feels like a run-on sentence. By definition, is not a run-on sentence, but it feels like one to the person reading it, so it kind of feels disjointed, basically. I remember taking that literature class very seriously, actually. Like, even though like I was in college for programming, I remember like when I was doing like my other classes for like the fucking credit, it's like I did take an interest in some of them though. That's sweet. Veroni came barging through the door. He was holding a tray of pastries and different types of tea. Not as sweet as these pastries I made this morning. They aren't fresh, but they should still be good. She put the tray down on our table. I didn't know what you would like, so I brought over something sweet and something sour. There's a plate of strawberry melon pan and chocolate coordinates. Tetsamaru! Are you more of a strawberry or a chocolate person? Oh shit, wait, this might be the first major thing I had to choose here. So, if I know my lore, Peroni would be for the chocolate one, and Akayu would be for the strawberry one. If I know my lore. But here's the question though. Does choosing one mean I get a friendship point with the other one? That's the real question to ask. I mean like genre savvy here. I'll say strawberry. I've always preferred the natural sweetness of strawberries. Well, here you go. I bite into the melon pan. Oh my god, that's so cute. That's so cute. I gotta make sure like I hit like a different save thingy. Which one was my button again for like hiding the stupid interface? Here it is. H mode. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I didn't even notice that she had like a fucking like little like paw prints on her collar. That's cute. I've always had this question too about like Kimi no Mimis, like in anime and shit. It's all like, do they have to worry about fleas the same way that humans have to worry about lice? Yo, that would suck. Imagine being like a dog person, and then like when you're growing up, like your parents have to warn you, hey, like don't forget to like bring your flea collar because you go into school and there might be fleas at school or some shit. Yo, it sucks to get lice on your head, but imagine getting fleas all over your body though. Oh my god, that would suck. Imagine like having to go to like a doctor and then telling the doctor, yo, I got fleas. And the doctor would need to like quarantine you. The doctor would need to like fumigate your entire body or some shit. It's like, yo, I got like some of these bloodsuckers on me, you know? Like, damn. Yo, if I was like a fucking Kimi no Mimi, like a Kimi no Mimi boy, yo, I'd be making sure I wear a flea collar, you know? Like, goddamn, I don't want no fleas. Yeah, screw that. How was it? Was it good? I haven't even finished my first spot yet. This is delicious. Way better than the stuff at the convenience store. Since they're more like humans, you expect they get the same shit as us? Hopefully. Oh my god, thank you. I feel anxious when people try my pastries for the first time. Oh, but that also makes me wonder too though. What about the scalies? So like Coco is a dragon, and dragons are like giant lizards. Do they shed their skin? That actually sounds kind of gross. Imagine if like Coco has like shed her tail, like her tail skin or some shit like that, you know? Or like, what about the demon? What about like the demon girls? So like Choco Sensei and like Lapis, like they have horns and shit. Like what if their horns need to be trimmed or something, you know? I know that for horses need to like trim their horses need their hooves to be trimmed because their hoof nails get overgrown and shit. So I wonder if like all the demon horn girls need to get like their horns like constantly like trimmed down because maybe they keep growing too much or something. Oh wait, do we have like a hamster chick? I don't think we have a hamster girl. Like I'm starting to wonder like how animalistic they are now. If there was like a hamster girl, I wonder if she would need to like constantly be chewing on something to make sure that like her teeth don't overgrow. I feel like there's probably a hamster VTuber out there that I don't know about. There must be a hamster VTuber out there. Oh, and what about all the fishies? There's like fish VTubers out there, right? I wonder if fish VTubers, I wonder if they get dried up. I wonder if they need to have like water on them all the time or something. What if they get dehydrated? You know? Like Gura and like Finana, they're like fishy people. It would depend if like they're like dragons in Fire Emblem, like divine beings or sort. I mean, like, isn't Coco in lore? Isn't Coco supposed to be 1,000 years old or something? She's supposed to be like 1,000 years old. Well, don't be. These pastries are amazing. I think Kaneda was like 1,000 years old too or something. Like, Kaneda's an angel. Nobody can go wrong with these. I'll definitely come back for more. As if I knew any other restaurants around here. That makes me happy. I'm so glad you like it. We continued eating and talking. After a while, I looked outside, and the sky was pitch black, with only street lamps illuminating the road. You'd be more worried about a blowjob from Gura? There's a few of the girls that have like spiky teeth. We got like a few girls with spiky teeth. Is it different if I pick chocolate? I gotta pick chocolate now. You can never go wrong with chocolate. It seems the same, but maybe you get like a different point though. It seems the same, but maybe there's a different friendship point value. Well, it's been great hanging out, but I better get going. Thanks for zizzing. See you tomorrow. Otsuku-on Kanshoko Akayu. I guess it's time to get home. Now I don't know my address by heart, so I gotta use GPS. Oh my god, we get to see the player character's hands. Actually, every time I see a hand like this up close, like in a visual novel, I always wonder if, like, the artist, if he looked in a mirror at his hand, right? As someone who draws too, that's what I do. If I want to draw a hand, I look at my fucking hand. I look at my hand, and I'm all like, okay, I want to draw a hand. Wait, it's only 2 minutes away? What in the world? There's no way I live that close to the bakery. Ah, shit. Does that mean that we're basically like next door neighbors to Korone? Because that'd be kind of cool. But the door to my apartment's right there. Ah, oh well. I walk up the stairs to my apartment. Oh. His room. Alright, how we doing? How we doing for ourselves? We got a calendar? Is that a calendar or a poster? I think that's a poster. We got some manga books. I think those are manga books on the bed frame. That's an alarm clock right there. We got like a laptop. We got a basic just work desk. Got some drawers right there. We doing like a fucking room review right now. We got a trash can. I'm not sure about the curtains though. The curtains seem kind of random. Cherries? We got like a cherry curtain. We have like more books here. A lot of them seem like manga. Those seem like manga. I see pictures here. I think those are family photos. Those are like family photos. I see a plant. He got like a random ass like plant right here. Maybe just for the ambience. He's got a plant for like just design or something. He has no gaming desktop though. Negative points. Negative points for not having a gaming desktop setup. Uh-huh. Alright. Yeah, I see where we're going here. Mine switched to the chair. He ain't got no gaming chair. He got like a regular office chair. Alright. My apartment's a little small. I haven't had time to buy new furniture, and the kitchen is close to the bed. The only other room to my apartment is a bathroom. I don't mind though, since it's so cheap. I decided to take a shower. Half dog, half human. Half cat, half human. Half fox, half human. Half wolf, half human. Half mythical being, I don't even know the name of. Half human. Wait, but didn't the dude just tell you that... That she was a dragon? Did he already forget? I'm pretty sure we were already told that Coco was a dragon. I think he already forget. It's only been a day, dude. It's only been a day. Surely your short-term memory is not that bad. What did I get myself into? I thought this was an idol school. And now I'm talking to beings that only existed in my imagination. How do I even begin to understand being a manager to people like them? This is the weirdest situation I've been in, but I don't hate it either. Chapter 1 end. Oh, I hate that. Oh. There was like no like scene transition. I hate that. Chapter 2. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's my fault. There was a scene transition, but it was like I clicked too fast. That makes more sense. Yeah, okay. So I skipped the scene transition. Okay, that makes more sense. I woke up with a headache. Imagine if, like, that's a plot twist. The plot twist is that, like, everyone's actually normal, but then, like, the MC is the one that's crazy. And then, like, one day the MC actually, like, takes, like, some quote-unquote Advil that's on his desk, but the Advil is actually for, like, his schizophrenia or some shit. And then, like, when he goes to school, everyone just looks fucking normal. Like Coco-sensei looks normal, Okayu looks normal and shit. And he's all like, wait, what? And then he's like, wait, didn't you guys have, like, animal ears? And everyone's all like, wait, what you talking about? I know, right? He actually has medication, but he forgot to take them. I woke up with a headache. I couldn't get enough sleep over what happened yesterday. What is even happening anymore? I sit there in silence for a while before getting ready. I'm doing that on purpose. Who? I open the curtains and I see two people looking through my window. Who are they? And why are they? After my eyes adjusted to blinding light, I could see who they were, Kurone and Okayu. Oi, hurry up! I turned to the clock on my wall. I'm gonna be late for school! Oh no. In a frenzied panic, I rushed to get my uniform on. Why do they even have uniforms for a university anyway? I mean, if there's uniforms for like a college thing, then that means it's a fancy college. Because when I went to college, I didn't have a uniform. But yeah, that means he's going to a fancy-ass college. As soon as I finish, I rush out my apartment to meet up with him. Looks like someone didn't comb their hair. Hey, I didn't have time to comb it, okay? Okayu chuckles to herself. Also, how did you guys know I live next door? While I was leaving the bakery last night, I saw you standing there on your phone looking surprised. I thought you were lost, so I was about to go back and help you, but then I saw you take the staircase to the apartment next door. Oh my god, wait! This literally means that Okayu and Kurone are the girl next door. We live next to two waifus already. Although, if I remember right though, I think in real life, I think they actually live like far away from each other. I think I remember in one of their talks, I think Kurone has to take like a fucking train to go to Okayu or something. I think in that talk, like Okayu was talking about how like, I think like Kurone's family really likes her and they want like Okayu to like move closer to them or some shit. Like they're not neighbors or anything like that. Like Okayu, like they had to like take trains to each other. So like that means they must live like in like different prefectures or like some shit like that. They live far enough from each other that they had to take a train essentially. Like they can't just walk to each other. I mean, that's a little bit of like a lore drop right there for you guys. Who would have thought you lived so close to the bakery? I like your hair. Oh, look at she's laughing. I like the laughing. Ha, thanks. We make them our way. We then make our way to the campus. Okayu and Kurone are having their chat while I walk beside them. Hey, Tetsamaru! What's with the hairdo today? Ack, it's the principal again. What are the chances I run into her a second time? Good morning, Kira-sensei. Did you oversleep? If you want to be a manager, you got to learn to be more punctual. Yeah, sorry about that. Brony and Okayu are giggling in the background. Coco is also chuckling a little. Why did I have to wake up so late? I should get going now. You too. Alrighty then. Later, motherfucker! Without a moment's notice, her face turns from cheerful to shock. Pretend you didn't hear that. Anyways, bye. Yay, she said motherfucker. Imagine if you had a principal that just called people motherfuckers. Now she's gone. Was she about to cuss us out? We should hurry and get to classes now. See you two later. See you guys in the club room. We part ways and head to class. Classes are pretty boring. I could use a break, especially with all the questions about my hair. You know what? This reminds me, this makes me think about something. With all the dating sims I have ever played, and you know, like a large amount of them are like in high schools, of course. I would love to play one that kind of like, I don't know, like actually like sat the player through an actual class or something. A lot of them, not even almost all of them, pretty much all of them, what they do is that like, you go to class and then there's like a fade to black. There's like a fade to black and then class is magically over. It'd be kind of cool if like, you play like a dating sim, but then like, there was like an actual class or some shit, and then like the teacher like gives you a test afterwards and you actually had to like do math questions or something. I don't know, that's like too realistic, but it'd be kind of cool if like, if there was like maybe like a 2-minute, I'll say 2 minutes time of like lessons, and then like, and then like the character has to like do a little test at the very end or some shit, you know? Basically, I'm thinking about this from like an old school dating sim perspective where you had stats though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have like an intelligence stats, you have a charisma stat, doing like Persona. Exactly, yes, exactly. Because in Persona, they give you like an actual like history lesson sometimes. It's hard for Americans though because like it's like Japanese history. But you know what I'm saying though, like in Persona, like they do there's like a math lesson, there's like a Japanese history lesson. There's literature. I think there's also like literature questions too, like in Persona. And then there's even like a little test that you have to do too. And then like your stats go up basically. Because like the more modern dating sims, they don't do stats anymore. That's an old school design actually. Because like when I played like a True Love on stream, True Love was old school because True Love had like a stat system, and Two Heart also had a stat system too. You know, you had like a intelligence system, you had like charisma, you had like a sport rating or something like that. You know, like it'd be pretty cool to see that again, like in the more modern setting where like you had stats and like depending on the stats, it like changed on like who you could date, you know, or something. Like if you want to date like the tomboy waifu, then like you gotta bring up like your stamina or something, you know, like you gotta bring up like your stamina game, you gotta like bring up like your sports like practice or something like that. And then like if there's like a cute librarian girl, then like you gotta bring up like your intelligence, and you gotta like bring up like your reading skill or like some shit like that, you know. These days, a lot of modern dating sims, they don't have that anymore. Instead, it's more like you pick options, right? It's like you pick like 2 to 3 options, and then like your character kind of just fumbles his way into like a date with like one of the waifus. But then like when I think about it though, I actually kind of prefer the old system though. The old system actually felt like it made more sense. The old system felt like I was more in charge of like the player character's like life or something. Like, you know, like at the beginning of the day, the player character decides what he wants to do, you know? He's all like, hey, like, all right, today's the day off. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna like sit home and play video games? Am I gonna walk around the city? You know, am I gonna study for a bit or something? You know, like you have to like factor that into your schedule, so that way you have time to try and date the girls, you know. And of course, like, you know, if you're trying to like date like the school idol and your charisma's not high enough, then she won't even look at you, you know? It's all like, oh, like, hey there, I like you. And she'll be like, you're so ugly. I don't even know you. You know? So it's like, you gotta bring your charisma up, and then, like, I don't know, your fucking hygiene or whatever. So you had to, like, look better. And then maybe the idol girl will, like, look at you or some shit, you know? And then, like, maybe they'd be, like, a luck stat or something. Because, like, maybe there's, like, an Ojo-sama girl, and, like, the only way to get the Ozo-sama girl to, like, look at you is, like, be lucky or something. Like, maybe... Oh, no. Maybe you had to be, like a martial artist or something. Maybe the Ojo-sama girl, in order to get, like, the first event with her, you had to have, like, a high stats with, like, the martial arts status or something, so that way, like, you gotta save her from, like, being kidnapped or something. Because, like, maybe her dad's super important. Like, she gets kidnapped, and then the player character is like, oh, I know Kung Fu. I can save her and shit. And then, like, you two get closer after that. That'd be kind of cool. Instead, though, with the way modern day Sims work, it's like, hey, like, there's a waifu being kidnapped. What do you do? And then you get three options. One option is to, like, ignore the girl, because let the police handle it. Another option is to, like, you know, just, like, try and go save her and be a hero. And then, like, a third option would be to, like, yell for help or something, you know? And what I kind of don't like about, like, modern day Sims, when you look at those choice options, is that when you think about it, it kind of ends up making the main character look like a Mary Sue. Because it means that the main character could do anything he sets his mind to, you know? Like, it makes it seem like the main character, he's smart enough to, like, date, like, the smart girl. He's smart enough to date the class president. He's charismatic enough to date the school idol, and he's, like, sporty enough to date, like, the tomboy. But basically, it makes it seem like the main character, it's like before the game started, he actually was, like, already a pretty good person, but he never applied himself. And, like, he's only applying to himself now because, well, you know, you're playing the game. You know, it feels like an otaku, obviously otakus are the, you know, the target audience, but it feels like it's such an otaku power trip that the main character can just do anything. Whereas, like, with the stat system, you know, like, you fail. You literally could fail with the stat system. With the stat system, you know, you try and date the school president, and then, like, you're not smart enough. And it's like, oh, like, I got a B on the test. And the school president's like, oh, I only date P with straight A's. So it's like, you actually failed. You failed the first event because, like, you weren't smart enough to date her and shit, you know? Or it's like, again, you try to, like, date the tomboy chick, but then the tomboy's like, oh, like, you know, I saw you get your ass beat in basketball. I only date sporty guys or something, you know? But again, though, with the new modern system, though, it's like, you get three options. It's like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna hang out at the gym, I'm gonna go stay in the classroom, or I'm gonna go and eat lunch. And it's like, you go to the gym, and you're automatically good at playing basketball. Or, like, you go to the lunchroom, and you automatically, like, fumble in front of the school idol, but then, like, you're charismatic enough so the school idol notices you, you know? So, like, I want to bring back the stats system. I want to bring that back, because I think that stopped becoming popular in, like, the early 2000s. Like, it was definitely a thing, like, in the 80s and 90s. Like, the 80s and 90s dating sims still were, like, having the stat system in there. By the time we got to, like, the early 2000s dating sims, they stopped having that. And it just became, like, multiple choice options. So, yeah, I want to bring that back. I would love to bring that back. Makes me want to play, like, an old school dating sim again now. I've already played True Love on stream, though, so I gotta find another one. I gotta find, like, another one with a point system. Shouldn't be too hard for me to find. That's actually not a category. There's an entire category for that to look up under. But yeah, Persona, though, like, a lot of the old dating sims, they did it the same way Persona did it, though. Like, when you were in class, sometimes it would actually be, like, a lesson. Like, they would actually be legit, like, a lesson in the class. It wouldn't be a fade to black. And then, like, the player would have to, like, answer something, you know? Instead, now, it's just always a fade to black, though. Unless, like, you know, like, obviously, and, like, an event happens or something. Or, like, the teacher is dateable. Oh, yeah! You gotta have high intelligence to date the teacher. Yeah. Because, you know, the teacher... Oh, no, wait. Maybe you had to be dumb to date the teacher. Yeah. No. Here's the idea. If you're too smart, then like you get straight A's, but then like the teacher character, she won't like spend time with you because she's too busy tutoring other students. But then if you're dumb though, if you have like a low intelligence stat, then like you're getting bad grades, and then like you don't get to date like the school president, but instead the teacher has to tutor you. She has to tutor you, so you spend more time with her, and then like that's how you get the romance with her. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You gotta do it backwards. Also, it would be cool to preselect stats at the start, like making the MC nerdy to make easier to intelligence go route, but he would be so disadvantaged with the other routes that require strength and charisma. Exactly, right? Or like maybe we could also do a thing too where it's like after you do like a few like game overs, or like after you win like at least like 2 or 3 like true ends, then maybe we could do like a Chad route or something. And in the Chad route, the player character, like he has like medium stats and everything, but then like he can upgrade his stats easily for all stats, you know? You don't get Chad route at the start though. You gotta unlock it. You gotta unlock Chad route. But now it's all over, and I can head to the club room. I open the door and see another familiar face. Fubuki is sitting at the desk near a window. Playing that gacha game again. Seriously, how much time and money does she spend on that? Then she looks up. On the desk she's sitting at, there's a note. Looks like Mia won't be here today. Hey, I didn't mean to call you a cat yesterday again. Sorry. It's fine, I guess. I forgive you. I noticed that like Fubuki has like a constant blush on her art. Almost like she doesn't want to be here. Okay, we're cool with each other, right? I see friends. I see friends with quotation marks. Also, that face reminds me of the Yukuri Shitane meme. The Yukuri Shitane Taho meme. The take it easy meme. Sure, we can be friends. She goes back to her gacha game. This is a little awkward. Garoni then slams the door open. Alright, it's time to play some games. She scurries to the TV and turns on the console. She sits down and waits for the console to fully boot up, her expression filled with excitement. Good afternoon! Akayu pops into the room and sits down next to Karoni. The two of them huddle up and grab controllers. You know what? I'm kind of sad that like I never joined my high school's gaming club, because I know what they did, but I never joined it though because I was too busy getting laid. I sound like a fucking real fag when I say it, but like I know, like I remember like the gaming club in my high school though, like they would do things like trade Pokemon. Like everybody would bring like their Game Boys and shit. They would trade Pokemon, or like they play like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and crap. Like that kind of sounds like fun, and I kind of wish I joined them though. But I was too busy having a life. I always mention this a lot whenever I play like these high school games. But like, yeah, I honestly like didn't game that much when I was young. It's like I don't have that nerdy background that like a lot of streamers have. I feel like this is so stereotypical too. Like a lot of streamers, like they all have the same backstory, and like I'm obviously using hyperbole here, and like I don't want to say everyone's the same, like in a condescending kind of way. It just feels that like a lot of streamers I watch though, they all, well, I mean, when I say watch, you know, I mean like I saw clips of and whatever, but like a lot of streamers I see though, like they're all like, oh, like I was bullied in elementary school, or like I didn't have a lot of friends. I played like the Nintendo. I played the Sega Genesis a lot growing up, or whatever like that. And like, when I say it, it sounds so condescending, and I don't want to sound like an asshole, but like, it just seems weird for me to like be doing this kind of stuff, and for me not to have that background, because I just feel like I don't consider myself a gamer. And a lot of these other people, like, they be doing shit like Dungeons and Dragons, which I think is like the nerdiest thing you can do. Like Dungeons and Dragons or like any tabletop RPG, and then like talking about like how they played Mario back when they were a kid or some shit, or like talking about how like, you know, oh, I played fucking Magic the Gathering. I was in the fucking Magic the Gathering club in middle school, and I'm all here going like, I cannot identify with that. I cannot relate. I cannot relate to that at all. And this also brings back to the point too, how like I used to be a bully. I used to be such a jock. I used to be such like a jock slash bully, like in middle school and high school. So like, it just kind of astounds me how like eventually I got to a point in my life where it's like, yeah, I like playing games. I like watching anime. But then like, I do it so sparingly that like, I do it from like a real fact perspective though. I'm not the type of person that could like watch every brand new anime that comes out every season. I cherry pick shit. There's like 20 that comes out every season. I find one. I pick one out of that 20. I'm like, you look interesting. I watch 3 episodes and then I say, this is shit. I don't like it. And then I don't touch the other 19. And then I just get on with my life. I don't know. It's like, it's weird because like, I don't consider myself a gamer. I consider myself an otaku, but I guess like I'm too much of a real fact to be an otaku though. I have like some anime figurine, but probably not as much as like what a real otaku looks like though. And like I have video games, but then like probably not as much though as like a hardcore gamer would have though. So I just feel like a real fag sometimes. I don't know. God, I'm gonna be doing this for the entire next few streams. These fucking high school games just brings back memories. Caillou pops in the room and sits down next to Korone. The two of them huddle up and grab controllers. I sit next to them and watch them play Mario Bros. Nintendo, don't sue me. So, Tetsamaru, how were your classes? I totally enjoyed all my classes. Do you really mean that? Oh, wow. She looks angry. I don't know the lore for Caillou. I don't know. When I say the lore, I mean the real life lore for Caillou. I don't know if she ever talked about, like, hating school. I don't know if she did. No! My brain is fried. Oh? We're already complaining on the first day? Don't worry about it. We all felt like that in our first year. Hey, Caillou, it's your phone. Oh, who could it be? She gets up from the floor and walks over to the phone. She looks at her phone with a cold expression before facing us and saying something. I'll be back. It's an important call. Just keep playing without me. Korone gives up a thumbs up before looking back at the screen and continue playing. I wonder what's so important. Either way, it's none of my business, so I'll let her be. A few minutes pass as Korone continues with their game. It's oddly quiet. Nobody is talking. I should probably talk to Korone about something. Save my game. This doesn't seem very important. But I'll pick one. Is there anything you want to talk about? So, there's this new SSR Ultra Rare Special Deluxe character in the banner today. Sorry, Fubuki, I value my money. Fubuki then pouts and mumbles as she goes back to her game. I have something to talk about. Oh. So, did you know that it's Okaya's birthday soon? Oh, really? I didn't. So, do you want to help me plan out her surprise party? I just met these two yesterday, and now I have to help plan a birthday party for one of them? I know it's a bit sudden, but I think you can help out, especially with gift shopping. Well, can Fubuki help as well? I did set aside some time for the SSR Ultra Rare Super Deluxe event. Okay then. I can't miss it! The timer runs out in 3 days. The pull rate decreases by 0.01 if it does. It's fine, I could probably help out later. Really? Thank you, I die forever now. Ah, yes. Thank you, I die forever. Kuroni really perked up when I said I'd help. I don't know how the shopping would go, but I'm glad to hear her smiling. You guys can do it. I'm going to go job hunting. That's probably going straight towards her SSR Ultra or whatever. We play for a while until Kaya comes back in the room. I have to go home early today. There's something I need to take care of. It was clear that something was off, but I could tell she didn't want to talk about it now. Oh? Well, okay, you should take it easy. We all have things to do after all. Kuroni nods in agreement. Later. See you. Kuroni and I both wave goodbye as she leaves the door. Kuroni then turns to me and stands up. Ready to go shopping, Tetsamaru? Whoa! Kuroni outburst was so sudden I jumped out of my seat. Oh, whoops, bad habits. Since Akayu's not here, we can discuss the plans freely. Yeah, that's a good idea. We began discussing ideas for the party, like the food we'll bring, the decorations we'll buy, and the people we'll invite. I'm not sure how to help with that one though. I just got here. Be sure to get some onigiri for the party. Why onigiri? Aren't they pretty much everywhere in convenience stores? Trust me, I know her pretty well. We began making plans to meet up and go shopping. Meet me at the train stop, okay? Got it. We talked for so long, the sun's already set. The street lights light up and the road outside the school. Well, we should get going. I turned to look at Fubuki. Is she taking a nap on the desk? Oi, you sleepyhead. When did you fall asleep? Kuroni walks over and starts to nudge Fubuki awake. Huh? Oh, is the cooldown for the SSR Super Deluxe event timer done yet? I need to get another roll in. That's the first thing you say? I need to get the SSR somehow. Kuroni chuckles to herself. We should really get going then. The sky's already dark. Yeah, we should. Come on, let's get going. We gather outside and walk down the road to my apartment. Hey Fubuki, why are you following us this way? Isn't your house in the opposite direction? I need to get something at Kuroni's bakery. I had to stock up on some food. Eh? The bakery is not open at night. I said I needed food, didn't I? This is the only time I heard you talk about spending money on food. All you talk about is spending money on gems. I start caring about my health and that's what you respond with? Okay, you can come in and grab something for free. Just this once, okay? I'll get something from the bakery and head home. See you. I wave them goodbye and Fubuki and Kuroni head inside the bakery. I then walk up the stairs to my apartment. Oh, this is like another thing too that like I also really miss about like the old Dane systems. It's like you could do shit like in your room once you got home and shit like that. But like in modern Dane Sims though, your home, your apartment or your house or whatever, it's just another backdrop. Like it doesn't feel like a home base or anything like that. It doesn't feel like it's really that important to the main character. Or not the main character. It doesn't feel important to the player. Like I don't have any like attachment to this room because I can't really do anything. Instead, it's just I come in and then like it's the main character by themselves. So you know, like fade to black, and then boom, it's the next day. You know, because they went to sleep. You know, so it's like, yeah, this is also what I miss too about the old system. As soon as I walked in, my stomach began to growl. I'll sort that out after I shower and change. If I remember right, there should be a convenience store nearby. I should have probably gone before I got into pajamas. I can't be bothered to change back into regular clothes. Besides, the girls already teased me about my hair today. Who could I possibly run into at this hour? Are you kidding me? Oh, wonderful. Just my luck. Whoa, those are some cool looking pajamas you got there. I knew I should have changed to something else. Wow, I thought you were going home. I was, but there wasn't enough sustenance to appease me. So you're saying there wasn't enough food at the bakery for you. I look over to the bag she was holding. It looks like she bought up the entire store. So how much food is in that bag? Clearly not enough. I was going to get some extra things at the convenience store, and I bump into you. Oh shit, what the fuck? Wow, timed. That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah, how convenient. Was that a pun? I chuckled to myself and Vicky started doing the same. We began to walk towards the good old convenience store, XI7. Oh, 11-7. Oh, I get it. Instead of like 7-Eleven. I'm like trying to look at this to see if I think it's a real picture, because like a lot of times, especially like in these indie dating sims visual novels, a lot of these backdrops tend to actually be like real life pictures. It's like legit, like either like fucking like Google image pictures, or it's like a picture that like the developer themselves took in real life, and they just blur out. They just like blur out shit. This is like it was like hand drawn. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it's a real picture. So, I haven't been actively involved in the plan of the party for Akayu, and I know I spend too much time playing my games. So, now you want to get involved? Ah, yeah, I do. Well, I'm glad she's at least acknowledging her gacha addiction. All the club members are really cool people, and for me not to hang out with them, it's not fair. How long have you known all the members? I've been in the club for 2 years, but I've been with Mio since my first year, and Akayu and Kuroni since my second. I've talked to Kuroni and Akayu quite a bit, but how about you two? How did you become friends? I first met her started when I joined the gaming club during my first year at Asakoko U. Why did you join the gaming club? Don't you only play gacha games? I play more than just gacha games. I actually play all games. I even used to hold a Ori Create speedrunning. Is that Minecraft? Ori Create. That must be Minecraft. That's gotta be Minecraft. But watching others play games is fun too. Anyways, do you want to hear the story or not? Sure, why not? Flashback. Anyways, it was orientation day, and I was checking out different clubs. I remember going to a bunch of them, but none of them felt right to me. Then I found the Gamers Club. The gaming club was my last one on the list. I walked in and only saw one girl. She had the most worried look on her face, as if she was unsure things were going to be alright. Huh? Did someone show up? When she turned to face me, her eyes lit up, brighter than a lighthouse at dusk. Gas! Someone really did come! Oh, it's Ina! It's Ina. I love it. Oh, that's so adorable, it's Ina. That's adorable too. Don't get me wrong, that's also adorable. That's Canada. Oh, yo, the references. That's Canada. That's crazy that I can tell that's Canada. Asakoko. Asakoko. You me? You me? God damn it, I can't tell. I see an umbrella. Bro. Oh? Bro, oh? Bro, oh. You. Why you? Shit. I know that's you. I know that's bro. Oh god, I can't figure out what this is. That's the umbrella couple thing though. I know that. Who ends with you? There's Ayumi. God damn it, I can't. Oh, that's Gura! No, wait, is that Gura? Wait, is that Gura? Wait. Yeah, that is Gura. That is, holy shit. Damn, I'm noticing shit. Alright. Oh yeah, and then there's Mio's tail, because like Mio wraps with her tail. That's cool. Thank you so much for coming. I thought no one's gonna come pay a visit. Please tell me you joined the Games Club. Okay, I'll join. Mio just became the club leader. Apparently everyone else in the club graduated the year before. She was worried that there wouldn't be enough people to keep the club running. I think that's why she begged me to join. She did the same to Karoni and Akayu the next year. We've been friends ever since. Haha, that's really cute. Shut it. I gotta ask though, why didn't she beg me to join too? Jealous? What, me jealous? No, not at all. Sure you aren't. When you join the club a second time, I'll get her to beg you. The second time, how does that work? It doesn't, silly. Very funny, Foxcat. Anyway, how about we get some food? Alright, I wonder what to get. Oh my god! I broke from college student living campus. Let's not spend what little we have these days. Alright, so I can't do that. Also, I feel like by doing that, I don't know if that counts or not. Somebody's gonna do this then. I don't know if that counts. Okay, I'm gonna save right before I do it. How about we get some food? Alright, here we go. Save. Cup of noodle. Are you sure you don't need help with those bags? They're preloaded. Don't worry about it. This is nothing for. So are you sure you don't need help? Can you take this bag from me? Ha! If you insist. I walked with Fubuki to her place with both our bags. Luckily, it was pretty close by. We say our goodbyes and I head back to my apartment. Carrying all that food is so exhausting. I'm way too tired to be hungry. I've had that night before in some nights. It's always kind of ironic because like you're tired, but like you should eat then. But then like your body just wants to like slap itself on the bed though. But now that I think about it, did I just spend my whole night talking to Fubuki? Having these girls as friends is pretty fun. It's still a little exhausting, but I don't think it's that strange anymore. What would a shopping trip with Karoni be like? It's cute how much she cares about Akayu. I wonder what tomorrow will entail. Also, I just realized we really are given like almost no backstory in the player character here, because like every other like professional day in sim I played, we always get like a full backstory on the player character, even though to be fair the player character is meant to be a self-insert anyway. But it's kind of weird how like we're going to college and it's like, you know, it's like, does the main character like not have friends like prior to coming here? Does he have like a good relationship with his parents or something? You know, it's like, we don't know. We don't know any of that shit. Basically, like the way I'm getting, the vibe I'm getting from this player character right now is that he didn't have friends. That's the vibe I'm getting from them. The end? More to come soon. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, I was so wrong. Oh. I thought this was like a full route. The fucking game is 500 megabytes. I thought that was a full route. Oh, that's all we get. Huh. Where's the music coming from? Music. Is that an OG song? This game came out last year, but it looks like it hasn't really been updated. That's kind of disappointing. Really? How is this 500 megabytes? It's not, it's 600. It's 600 megabytes. You're telling me that's it? Tatsunoko? This doesn't sound like a Hololive song. At least not one that I'm familiar with. Yeah, so the only one I'm missing is the Coco one. I'm disappointed.
Thank you for the memories you brought. They brighten up my days. Asakoko news and you meme reviews. I wish they all would stay.
Oh, this is an OG song. I wasn't even listening to the lyrics. Yeah, it's an original song. Oh wow. I don't recognize the voice. I don't recognize the singer though, because I know like a lot of YouTube singers, but this one I just don't recognize it. Oh, I skipped the page. Or whatever. How do I do the Coco one?
This just can't be real. I don't know what to feel. Your story incomplete.
I think that's just a brand new game. Yeah, that's gotta be just a brand new game. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Stay in front of Asakoko. The same shit. Got it. Wait, it doesn't look like the same. I still can't believe such a massive school was built here, but more than anything, I'm just glad I got into a place so close to home. I even get to be part of its first class. And this place is... Seeing everything it has to offer will probably take me a whole day. It's great that you love the campus and all, but you should probably hurry and get to class. Oh shit, wait, the main character here is completely different. Wait, this is actually completely different. Oh yeah, no, it's like a different story. Oh wait, damn, okay. Huh. Alright then, let's see. I'm now standing in front of Asakoko U, a newly opened university that's been making the news for the sheer size of its campus and unique curriculum it's offering. I still can't believe such a massive school was built here, but more than anything, I'm just glad I got into a place so close to my home. I even get to be part of its first class. Man, this place is... Seeing everything it has to offer will probably take me a whole day. It's great that you love the campus and all, but you should probably hurry and get to class. In front of me is an amazingly tall woman with striking orange hair. There are purple horns protruding from her head, and she has a long purple tail swinging behind her. I could have sworn I'd seen her somewhere before, but I'm not sure where. You heard me. You don't want to make the bad impression on your first date, do you? Right, problem is I'm trying to figure out where to go. I think my first class is biology with... In that case, you should head towards the science building. It's the second building after the main campus. Keep going straight that way, you can't miss it. Oh, thank you. What's your name? How'd you know where my class is so fast? I'm Coco, but everyone who helped me calls me Kaicha. And don't worry about it, if you ever need help again, just look for me. Now if you excuse me, there are other students that may need help finding their way to class. I'll see you around, Tetsamaru. There she goes, running off to help a whole crowd of students this time. Is she helping every student who looks lost? While looking at her from afar, I can't help but notice the radiant aura she's given off. Where have I heard the name Coco before? It's the second day of school, and we already have assembly at an absurdly early hour. The sun hasn't even risen yet. Coco is on the stage, her face beaming with life and confidence. Good morning, everyone! It's time for the Asakoko assembly. Whoa, how does she have so much energy early in the morning? As a lot of you already know, my name is Kiryu Koko. What you might not know is that I am also your principal. So it's great to see all you settle here at Asakoko University yesterday. Wait, she's the principal? Seriously? What's that number behind her? You might have noticed a number behind me. I can hear you thinking, what does it mean? I hear it. Well, wonder no longer. It's how many of you guys are here in front of me right now. Is she really the principal? Seriously, I didn't expect such a crowd for the first Asakoko assembly. If you didn't know, these assemblies are entirely voluntary. If you knew, well, thanks for coming. These are voluntary? How did I miss the important details? With that said, I hope you all have an amazing time here. Your teachers and I have worked super hard to make Asakoko U great for you. Oh, I get it. The number. It's kind of like the number of viewers watching on YouTube. I get it. So, go on and enjoy your time here. Attend classes, go to clubs, and hang out with your friends. I don't have much else to say, so I'll see you again next week. Asakoko Assembly. It kind of reminds me of the daily Asakoko that she used to do. Not sure it was an experience. Maybe getting up this early isn't such a bad idea after all. Been a long day, but I still have so much homework to do. I've been studying in my room all week. I could use a change of scenery. Maybe I should find somewhere else to work. I passed the bakery cafe in town a couple times on the way to school, but I've never gone in before. Maybe I should try going in. This bakery is amazing. The faint smell of baked good envelopes the whole room. And there's so much on display. Everything looks great. I came in at a good time too. There's barely anyone here. I'll take 2 bagels and a cup of coffee, please. Oh, I see. This probably must be like a self-insert for the developer. Alright, that'll be $3. It's cheap too. Looks like they're really catering to the broke college student crowd. Let's grab a seat at one of the tables. Now then, it's time to do some calculus. Hey Kaicho, how you doing? Principal Koko? I'm doing great, thank you. I have my usual. Got it. How's the school doing? Ha! It's slowly getting there. There aren't that many haters as before, but you know me, I like to stay positive. Everything is up to— Oh. I'm a little bit sad to see that reference in here. Yeah, I'm actually not happy to see that kind of reference in here. I would have liked to, like, just be happy-go-lucky. I'm glad you're hanging in there. Good luck, Coco. I'm sure you got this. Thanks, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Principal Coco's a regular here? I wouldn't have expected such a high-energy person to come to such a tranquil, laid-back bakery. Could it be quite famous? But I guess everyone has an unexpected side. It's been a few months since I started attending Asakoko U. After a long day at school, I love hanging out by myself in the room of the club that I headed. The gaming go, oh, what the fuck? Wow. Yeah, this really is a different story. So now the player characters head the gaming club. Gaming helps me take my mind off things. So basically, it's kind of like time travel, because this is making it seem like the player character is attending the college university when it first popped up, because there's no Mio senpai. Whereas before there was a Mio senpai, because Mio was like the oldest one of the group. Yeah. But here it's like we made the gaming club. So basically, like we also probably just have like a bunch of faceless NPCs that's in the club with us. God damn it, why is this level so hard? Having some trouble there, Tetsamaru? What? Who's there? I turn around and see familiar dragon tail and orange hair. Kaicho standing in the doorway looking smug. He walks over to my monitor. Relax, Tetsamaru, it's just me. I'm going around visiting all different clubs on campus. I just want to make sure everyone here is settling in. It's everyone's first year after all. Yeah, so basically now we're the senior. Now that she mentioned it, I do remember Kaichu saying she'd check out all the clubs in Asakoko Assembly. Alright, but why come today? Not like we had a meeting scheduled or anything. But why not? You knew I was coming. I sent out an email telling you I'd be here last week, remember? Fuck, I completely forgot that it was today. Aha, I suppose you did. I'm sorry! I gotta bow and apologize. I can't believe I messed up this badly. Why didn't I organize a meeting for today? It's all my fault! I'm sorry for messing up this badly. It won't ever happen again. From now on, I check all my emails every day. You have my word. Next now. No, don't bow to me. Huh? There's not much we can do about it now. So how about we make the most of it? Let's get to know each other a little bit. So this also means too that in this timeline, it's like Mio would eventually come and Mio would be an underclassman. And then the player character would graduate, and then Mio would be the new leader of the gaming club. Which means that probably Mio would either come in on the second year, or Mio would come in on the third year of the player character like being in the university. I'm using like third year just because like I'm going off like the old like high school like third year like graduation like trope and like animes, but like to be fair, if we're in college then like it doesn't have to mean third year. It could also mean like fourth year, fifth year, sixth year. Yeah, I mean if you want to go 8 years, you want to take a doctorate degree, you know. Let's see. Kaicho rummages through the shuffle games. After a few seconds, she hands me a cartridge. What do you think about some Plumber Party? Plumber Party? I haven't lost a game at Plumber Party in years. You're on, Kaicho. Bold of you to assume you could defeat the great Kira Koko in a game of Plumber Party. I've been playing this game since before your grandparents were born. She's like 1,000 years old. That's it, I'm going all out, Kaicho. Take that, Kaicho. All of your coins are mine. Not bad, Tetsamaru. Ha! My button mashing is unparalleled. Ah! Seriously? It's 100 years too early for you to challenge me, young Tetsamaru. I can't believe I lost that quickly. You just got lucky. If you haven't landed on that happening space, there's no way you could have gotten that last star. Yeah, Plumber Party is Mario Party, if it wasn't obvious. Also, this kind of makes it seem kind of funny too, that statement that she made about like playing Mario Party before like the player character's grandparents were born. Assuming that like there are like, you know, like creatures in this world that can live for like over thousands of years, then like that means there's gotta be like game developers that like are still developing games after like 100 years of living or something like that. What? Who was it that got showered in items every turn, huh? I reach out my hand, she shakes it. Good game, Kaicho, but I'd like a rematch. The result's still gonna be the same, but sure, come look for me whenever. Now, this was a fun little break, but if you excuse me, I got some work to attend to. I'll see you later, Tetsamaru. Have a great evening, Kaicho. I guess I better start packing up. Getting a little late. Oh, by the way, Tetsamaru, I have to ask. Can I mention what happened today in tomorrow's Asakoko assembly? Haha, fine, if you really have to. He gives me a thumbs up, runs off. Alright, let's pack up. Another day, another Asakoko assembly. I'm surprised so many people still show up for these even though they're so early. Not like I can talk though. I love getting a daily dose of Kaicho's humor in the morning. It's almost like Asakoko is a drug and we're all addicted. Ayo! That's a reference. I got one piece of final advice for today's Asakoko. It's an amazing scoop. One of you in the crowd, finally. Finally. Challenge me in Mario Putty. You lost of course, but now I'm opening up those floodgates. If any of you think you can beat me, then come at me. I'm waiting for challengers. There are a few murmurs in the crowd. The reaction is a little underwhelming. Ahem, okay, whoever beats me gets this coupon for all you can eat at the bakery for a week. Let's go! A week of free food? There's no better reward for us broke college students. That's it for today's Asakoko assembly. Now head on over and get some breakfast before class. A coupon of free food will be mine. Doesn't matter how long it takes, I will get that coupon. It's almost the end of the school year, and I still haven't gotten that coupon yet. At least this bakery has stayed in the same old sanctuary throughout the year. What am I doing? Was that? Am I really doing the right thing? It is Kaicho. She's sitting in a booth by herself. It sounds like she's not feeling too good right now. I should go comfort her. Kaicho, are you okay? Tetsamaru. She suddenly sat up straighter. Maybe she's trying to act more confident. I'm fine, what's up? I saw you looking kinda down sitting by yourself. I thought I'd come over. Feeling down? Who, me? Nah. I'm always thinking positively. That didn't work, did it? I can't say that was very convincing, Kaicho. Alright, fine. Come with me to the train station. I want to show you something. Sure, I'm right behind you. I wonder what she wants to show me. Kaicho and I got on this train about a while ago. Since most people are still at work, we practically have the whole carriage to ourselves. She still hasn't told me what she wants to show me. Is it that much of a secret? How was your year at Asakoko Yubin? Huh? Why is she asking me now? It's been great. Been having a great time, honestly. I can't imagine what it'd be like if I chose not to attend here. Haha, I'm happy to hear that, Tetsamaru. I put a lot of work into making this place as good as it can be. I can't even imagine the amount of effort it must have taken. But you did a lot of people to help you. But you did find a lot of people to help you, didn't you? Yeah, all my coworkers are such amazing people. They've been at this longer than I have, so I call them my paisans. When I first started out, I was so nervous I couldn't ask them for help. I was all like, what if they don't want to? I didn't want to bother them or force them to get involved in my problems. When I reached out to one of them, more and more came and helped me out. Before I knew it, every single one of them was supporting my dream. I'll forever be grateful to all my senpai. Without them, I wouldn't be anywhere near where I'm right now. Aren't you selling yourself a little short? I'm sure your senpai have definitely helped you out, but you're the main one doing all the work, right? We all can see how much effort you put to make this fun for everyone, like Asakoko, for example. I'm so happy many people attend those. I thought that maybe you guys would want to be fired up, or at least have a laugh and start your day. Thankfully, it's turned out better than I ever imagined. Great to hear. Everyone I know loves them to bits. I don't think there's a single person on campus that hates them. What? Let me give you some life advice before you arrive. It's something I talked about with one of my paisans when we went rafting. When you have hundreds of fans, you're bound to have a few haters too. And no matter how many positive things you hear, it's always the negative stuff that affects you the most. Even though you know they're in the minority, having even one hater feels scarier than how happy 100 fans would make you. Dealing with all that stuff can get really taxing. It's tough. So you can think about like this instead. You should try, but ultimately there's no way you can make everyone happy. That's why you should treasure the people who are really there for you. And if you can't make everyone happy, you might as well entertain people doing what you love, right? So you should keep pursuing your dreams, Tetsamaru. Do what makes you happy. Thank you, Kaicho, that's really insightful. No problem, Tetsamaru. By the way, what you want to show me? Alright. It's this train. You see how empty it is at a time like this? It makes it a good place to have a private conversation, right? Plus, you get this really nice view. What's not there not to like? Not what I expected. I suppose there's no more for Kaicho. Ha! I suppose. We should cut back soon. I think it's getting late. We're only a couple minutes away from Asakoko U Station. Can I ask you one last thing, Tetsamaru? What? When you graduate, don't forget me or this place. Even if we won't see each other again, we'll live on in each other's hearts. Oh, I see an Ame and a Gura reference. That's adorable. What? Why am I crying? I don't know what to say to that, Kaicho. Stop crying, Tetsamaru. Stay positive. We still got time to see each other after all. Let's keep making more and more memories while we can, alright? Yeah. Animation. That was heartwarming. So I'm going to assume that, like, the developer probably, like, sped making that up, like right before, like Coco graduated.
Thank you for the memories you brought. They brighten up my day.
Like maybe when she made her announcement.
I wish they all would stay.
Yeah.
All those jokes that languishes spoke. I heard you from afar.
I'm gonna have to look up this song. It's probably on YouTube. Yeah, this is definitely like an original song.
Dreams too big for reality. The time has come, go on, be free. I'll carry on your legacy.
It's a shame that this game hasn't been updated in like a year. I could see this game actually being like one of people's top favorites if it actually got further along. But based on what I've been reading from like the developer blog though, it is definitely something that everyone does in their free time, so I guess they just haven't had enough free time. I'm a little disappointed. Well, yeah, I guess that'll do it for today's stream. I was actually gonna like try and like do an entire route for the stream, but I didn't think this game would be in such an unfinished state though. So rather than just doing like a single route, I just basically played everything this game has to offer, and I guess that's all I'm gonna get. That's good enough for me though. I do got work later today, so I should definitely just cut it off here. I keep telling myself that like I want to stream earlier, but like I guess it's been hard for me to like stream earlier compared to like how I used to stream back in the day. But I want to get back into it though. Hopefully maybe at the end of this year or sometime this year I could do that. Anyway, I'm gonna go make myself some dinner and yeah. I'll see you bitches later for like the Friday live stream. Bye.